Whether you wish to live somewhere with a higher standard of living or you simply have an insatiable thirst for travel, the concept of relocating overseas is always alluring. But where do I begin? Consider looking at some reliable data. In the most recent annual ranking of the finest places to live in the world, the Economist Intelligence Unit (EIU) Global Livability Index 2022 has ranked 172 cities in 5 categories: infrastructure, stability, healthcare, culture and entertainment, and education. The latest pandemic has had a significant impact on EIU's rankings over the past 2 years, with lockdowns and social isolation policies lowering scores for culture, education, and healthcare in cities around the globe. The 2022 report appears to indicate a return to pre-pandemic trends, despite the fact that several regions have fallen in the rankings due to a number of other circumstances, most notably Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So, which cities will be the most habitable in 2022? Western European and Canadian metropolises dominate the top 10, while those in Australia and Japan also place highly. And before you even bother looking, be aware that no American cities were chosen. Again. Before we begin exploring the 10 most livable cities in the world, we would like to remind you to subscribe while hitting the bell icon for more interesting content and mind-teasing videos. Did you subscribe? Great! Let's begin. Number 10. Melbourne, Australia. Overall rating, out of 195.1. Stability, 95. Healthcare, 83.3. Culture and environment, 98.6. Education, 100. Infrastructure, 100. Melbourne continues to be one of the most livable cities in Australia and the entire world, despite falling from number 8 to number 10 this year. The city held the top rank for 7 consecutive years before falling 3 years ago. The city exudes all of Australia's best qualities: sophistication, style, and free-spiritedness, and continues to draw tourists with its top-notch artwork, renowned coffee, and delectable cuisine. Number 9. Amsterdam, Netherlands. Overall rating, 95.3. Stability, 90. Healthcare, 100. Culture and environment, 97.2. Education, 91.7. Infrastructure, 96.4. You are aware of Amsterdam's Center Canal, which was duly designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2010. One of Europe's best places to live may be created by combining swaths of green space, historic red brick facades, museums packed with Van Gogh artwork, as well as an outstanding healthcare system. Number 8. Toronto, Canada. Overall rating, 95.4. Stability, 95. Healthcare, 100. Culture and environment, 95.4. Education, 100. Infrastructure, 89.3. Toronto is clean, safe, convenient to get around in, and incredibly pleasant. It has all the appeal of a big city without many of the normal drawbacks. The best part is that it takes use of Canada's renowned superior healthcare and educational systems. In addition to a thriving arts and theater sector, fantastic restaurants, and breathtaking waterfront vistas, downtown Toronto provides everything you could possibly want. With its first Canadian location of the One Hotels brand, the lakeside city's Ecolux credentials are enhanced. Number 7. Frankfurt, Germany. Overall rating, 95.7. Stability, 90. Healthcare, 100. Culture and environment, 96.3. Education, 91.7. Infrastructure, 100. This year, Frankfurt rose an amazing 32 spots to take the 7th spot. Since the German city is one of Europe's largest financial centers, it draws a sizable number of foreigners looking for employment. The world's largest book fair, a cityscape with both glamorous skyscrapers and a cobblestone old town, and one of the busiest airports in Europe are just a few of the attractions that go beyond economic potential. Number 6. Geneva, Switzerland. Overall rating, 95.9. Stability, 95. Healthcare, 100. Culture and environment, 94.9. Education, 91.7. Infrastructure, 96.4. Geneva, while being one of the most costly cities in the world, shows that it is livable with a flawless healthcare rating. After all, it is the Red Cross's home, good scores for stability, and an excellent infrastructure. There is no disputing the city's stunning natural surroundings, which include Lake Geneva and sweeping views of the Jura and Alps mountains. We can see why folks are keen to relocate here with a wonderful daily commute. Number 5. Vancouver, Canada. Overall rating, 96.1. Stability, 90. Healthcare, 100. Culture and environment, 100. Education, 100. Infrastructure, 92.9. Vancouver is the ideal blend of rustic beauty and modern refinement. Although the city has a metropolitan atmosphere, it's nevertheless simple to venture outside and live an active Northwest lifestyle inside the city borders. Both Stanley Park and the Capilano Suspension Bridge in North Vancouver are perennially well-liked attractions for locals and visitors alike. Most importantly, you'll feel right at home because everyone here is so hospitable. This is undoubtedly not a top destination for those whose knees tremble at the notion of walking a wooden suspension bridge 230 feet above the ground, but visitors who enjoy the rush of heights and breathtaking vistas of the rainforest are richly rewarded at the Capilano Suspension Bridge Park. The North Vancouver Park, which was first developed as a tourist destination in 1889, now draws large crowds of people who stroll the bridge and other top-notch amenities. Number 4. Calgary, Canada. Overall rating, 96.3. Stability, 95. Healthcare, 100. Culture and environment, 90. Education, 100. Infrastructure, 100. Another city where nature and urban living coexist is Calgary. Mountains are visible almost everywhere in the city, and outdoor wonderlands like Lake Louise and Banff National Park are close by. The world-renowned Calgary Stampede is one example of the town's flourishing culinary and cultural events. Finding an authentic Indigenous tourism experience in Canada is simpler than ever. The Indigenous Tourism Association of Canada unveiled a new certification, the Original, on June 21, which highlights companies that meet requirements such as being primarily run and managed by Indigenous people. Number 3. Zurich, Switzerland. Overall rating, 96.3. Stability, 95. Healthcare, 100. Culture and environment, 96.3. Education, 91.7. Infrastructure, 96.4. The main city and commercial center of Switzerland may appear uninteresting at first look due to its reputation for being stern and hyper-efficient. True, there are always on-time trains and spotless streets, but the city is also full of surprises. In the summer, locals can be seen riding their bikes to get scoops of gelato, playing volleyball in the parks, and swimming in the Limmat River. There are a lot of art galleries and excellent restaurants in Zurich because it is a haven for young creatives. La Stanza has the best coffee and an excellent playlist, which is important and uncommon. I would lead visitors to District 1 to visit the Swiss National Museum and all the local eateries. But at night, we'll be heading to District 4's Long Street Bar for gin and tonics and live performances by DJ Obi-Wan or DJ C&G before moving on to Moods for a soca party. Number 2. Copenhagen, Denmark. Overall rating, 98. Stability, 100. Healthcare, 95.8. Culture and environment, 95.4. Education, 100. Infrastructure, 100. Copenhagen has an enduring charm that entices visitors to return time and time again despite its reputation for producing cutting-edge eateries and lodging facilities. While Christiania, a bohemian neighborhood, is a misty, lush dreamland, Tivoli Gardens, a fanciful amusement park from the 1800s, is unmatched by any other amusement parks. Despite the city's high cost, not everyone can afford to visit and enjoy it. There are many free public parks and art galleries, and the infrastructure makes it one of the world's most bike-friendly cities. Although room 606 of the Radisson Blu Royal Hotel is not a common stop on tours of Copenhagen, it is a renowned location. The room is the only one unaltered despite decades of renovations, making it a living museum to the creations of Danish designer Arne Jacobsen. To have a look inside, you meet with head concierge of Srensen. Number 1. Vienna, Austria. Overall rating 99.1. Stability 100. Healthcare 100. Culture and environment 96.3. Education 100. Infrastructure 100. Due to pandemic-related closures, Vienna was absent from the top 10 last year, but it has returned the top spot this year, a position it also maintained in 2018 and 2019. The city scored perfectly in almost every area thanks to a vibrant arts and culture sector, first-rate healthcare, and excellent education. You won't get bored here between going to the opera, exploring Schönbrunn Palace's grounds, and eating Sackertort. Additionally, the local government invests heavily in housing and infrastructure, resulting in a far lower cost of living than in cities in similar regions of Europe. The classic Viennese coffee house is like an opulent living room, where you may linger however long you like while reading newspapers and drinking coffee. These establishments include antique furniture and tuxedo-clad waiters who balance silver platters of pastries on their fingertips. With this last part, we have reached the end of our video. Just a reminder, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, and don't forget to subscribe while hitting the bell icon for more mind-teasing videos. Thanks for watching. Until the next one.